Everybody, it's me, Shaw360, and I am here to talk about K-hip-hop, one of my favorite genres ever when it comes to Korean music. I love it so much, and it really doesn't get the love it deserves in the unboxing community. There are so many artists out there who are K-hip-hop artists that really do influence the kind of music that has become popular with K-pop fans today. Groups like BTS, groups like Top Dog, groups like 17, people really pride them on creating their own music, and that's something that K-hip-hop artists have been doing for years, because when you're a K-hip-hop artist, especially an independent artist, a lot of times if you don't do it yourself, you have to pay somebody to do it, and they're running on shoestring budgets. So a lot of times the rapper is also the producer, is also the composer, is also the instrumentalist. And so it is a very important part of the Korean musical scene, because a lot of the people who started out as maybe underground K-hip-hop artists are now behind the scenes producers, are now starting to get more famous through programs like Show Me the Money, and also a lot of them are doing features on your favorite K-pop groups' albums. Like if you take the Infinite H subunit, a lot of features from K-hip-hop artists, and a lot of K-hip-hop artists are becoming stars in their own right. Zion T actually is a K-hip-hop artist. That's where he started, and he was able to kind of break away from that underground scene and become a mainstream artist. And a lot of people who have been mainstream artists are starting to slide back into the K-hip-hop scene. One in particular, Jay Park. So for a lot of us, we know Jay Park from way back in his 2PM days, and then as he went solo, and a lot of his kind of smooth R&B, baby maker style music, some of his more fun stuff like Joa. But recently, Jay Park has really changed up his style, and he's become this K-hip-hop rapper. And surprisingly, he's doing a really good job with it. I think part of it is because he grew up in America, which is the birthplace of hip-hop, honestly. And so he kind of has a more authentic hip-hop story when it comes to the musical culture than maybe somebody from Korea would. Not saying that they're not authentic, but I'm just saying in America, especially if you don't have the language barrier, your link with hip-hop is kind of more immediate. And of course, he was a b-boy, so that's right there in hip-hop culture. So Jay Park is kind of translating his growing up experience into his more mature rapper style. I can't say I'm a big fan of Jay Park the rapper, and of all the Jay Park albums I have, this is the only one I'm actually going to be getting rid of. I burned it to my iTunes, but I'm actually going to be getting rid of it soon. But I wanted to show this album to you guys before I got rid of it, because I think it's really amazing how something that was underground is starting to come up to the forefront, and it's starting to make other people not only take notice but kind of ape that style. So let's look at Jay Park's Worldwide. This is the front. This is the back. It has a jewel case and a booklet, kind of like what SM's doing this year with Shiny and Red Velvet. So when you open it up, there's the booklet. Here is the CD, and this is the CD. It looks really strange, but it is a black CD. And then here is the lyric booklet right there. So when you open it up, there's the back of the CD, and then it's clear. It's absolutely clear, so you can see the blue stripe right there. And it's got what looks to be like an obi strip, but it's just, I guess, to give you something to see on the side. But it's just a small piece of paper. But yeah, the CD itself is black, and then it's got this lyric booklet right here, which is really long because there are 18 different tracks on this CD. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking through the lyric booklet. I'm just going to show you the track list right here, since we couldn't see it very well on when I showed you guys the back. So hopefully you guys can see it here. Let's see. Is it showing? There we go. There's the track list. A lot of good songs on here. Even though I'm not keeping it, Mome's a good song. I really like that one. My Last was a good song. I liked In This Bitch. That's a good song, even though I hate saying that title, but still, good song. So yeah, there's some decent stuff on here, but I think I'm fond of 1 out of every 4 tracks, and that's just not a good enough margin for me to keep it. So yeah, lyrics, there you go. You Know, I forgot about You Know. That's a good track. It's a good track. So there you go. Monet in this bitch on it. Seattle to Seoul. And then these are the producer credits. A lot of production here by Gray, but a whole lot of production here by Cha Cha Malone. So I expect to hear more about Cha Cha coming through because Cha Cha wrote Monet. I think he also did, you know... No, it was Gray. I think it was Gray that did Monet. But Cha Cha did You Know. And I think Cha Cha also did In This Bitch. But yeah, a lot of production by Cha Cha. So I'm looking forward to seeing where he goes in the scene, or if he's just going to stay completely an AOMG producer. This is the photo book right here with Jay wearing a velour sweatshirt, I guess, showing off his tats and his jewelry, praying that this money will arrive soon, I guess. I don't know. I'm never quite sure what they mean by that. Worldwide, showing off more tattoos, his nose ring, his jewels. He spends a lot of time in this photo book covering his mouth. I don't understand that at all, but like a lot of time touching his face and covering his mouth and showing off his jewelry, both mouth jewelry and otherwise. See, he keeps covering his mouth. I don't understand that. You're so handsome. Show me your face. Then, you know, get some, what we always expect with Jay Park, some body shots. I'm not complaining. It's just, you know, when you get a Jay Park album, you expect to see some body because he's got it in spades. More covering of his mouth, more showing off the jewels. And, like, this is the whole photo book, y'all. Like, the entire photo book is, like, either naked or showing off jewels. There's no in-betweens at all. His lips are shining right there. It's a nice lip gloss he's got on. Maybe that's why he's covering his mouth. Tattoos. It's jewelry. More jewelry. I don't even know if there's a person underneath there, to tell you the truth. All I see is jewels. Mouth jewels. More jewels and tattoos. This picture concerns me. I just really do not get this picture at all. So if you have any ideas, please let me know. But that's not attractive. More jewels. Nice back. I kind of like the fact that his back is like one of the most pure parts of his body. Like when you look at his back, there's no tattoos except for the Jaywalker's tattoo, and then like the one behind his ear, and then he's got the tattoo on his hand. But other than that, it's like totally clean. I think that's kind of nice. Then you got his mouth covered again. Then this is kind of like the cover for, not the cover, but this is kind of like the poster, because I got the poster that came with this. It's this length of pose. So it's like from the waist up, but it's this side profile, but then like you can see the rest of his shirt. And I would unfold it, but my tripod is really short and you wouldn't be able to see it. So, but that's just, you can imagine that is the poster. And then him showing off a lot of jaw definition. Look at that muscle. Wow. That's crazy. And then topless photo. I approve. Some more tattoos and jewelry. And then a final picture of Mr. Park. And that's it for Worldwide. So that is Jay Park's Worldwide. And then I'm going to quickly show you a couple other K-hip-hop artist CDs that I have. They'll be super quick unboxings, but it gives me a chance to talk about some people that I would love for you guys to learn more about. So here's a set of albums I got from someone here on YouTube. Both of these, I believe, are out of print, but they are both by the artist Dok2, or as you guys have probably seen his name spelled, Dok2. He is the chairman and co-founder of Illionaire Music, and he does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff when it comes to K-hip-hop. He really is a role model for people like Jay Park, so much so that you can actually see the influence that he's had over Jay Park when you look at his album, Hustle Real Hard. So this was actually released back in 2011, so it's going on close to 5 years ago. But if you look at this photo book and style, it looks a lot like what I just showed you with Worldwide. So here's the front, and you can see it's got the little foiling right there. showing off your jewels. Then there's the back with the track list, and it's got a really deep track list. Of the two albums, I prefer Ruthless myself, but this one's still really good. Track list on the jewel case. Then there's the front right there, more of the foil, which is pretty nice for an independent album. Then you've got the CD here, Hustle Real Hard, nothing in the back, pretty plain. Doesn't say too much, but it's, you know, effective. Then, of course, you've got Dok2 in his Louis Vuitton zip-up jacket, pictures of the grill, posing with the white background, yes sir. And then you've got, you know, posing on the bed with your jewels and your designer clothes, showing off more jewels, showing off what you spend your money on, grooming yourself, showing everybody how fly you are in your penthouse apartment, and then the lyrics. So yeah, very similar to the packaging you saw for Jay Park's Worldwide, but an independent artist doing it way back in 2011. So yeah, there's that. And then we have Ruthless, which this actually came out in 2013, so this is a little bit more recent, and this is actually part 1 of Ruthless. There are 2 Ruthless albums. Ruthless 2 is even better than Ruthless 1. He really has, Dok2 is one of those artists that really has improved over time, and the stuff he's putting out now is really great. He's doing some really awesome collaboration work, and he's doing some great stuff on his own, so I definitely recommend checking him out. But here's the front. Here is the back, the long track list. Look at all that stuff. Here's Jay Park right there. Here's Beenzino, who we'll be talking about again in a minute. And then there's Gray, who is actually a producer for Jay Park on AOMG. And the inside, you have CD, says Ruthless the album, which has a really cool texture. It looks like leather, but of course, you know, it's printed on. But yeah, I think that's a really cool texture. And then the photo book right here. It comes with a lyrics poster, and basically the poster just says Illionaire Records. There's no pictures of anything. And then inside, you've got lyrics. So there's that. Yeah, this is front right here. And then you've got the small photo book, which shows the vehicle, shows him, I don't know, walking through blood. I have no idea. Broken glass, showing off the jewels, showing off the grill. Again, this is back in 2013, but I guess some hip-hop tropes never die. They are universally used no matter what. So yeah, there you have it, Dok2. And then I'm going to show you the last hip-hop artist I have in my haul. So this last artist is an artist that I hope all of you are paying close attention to. It is Beenzino. I love Beenzino. I have loved him since the first time I heard this album right here, 2426, and I don't know why I waited so long to get a physical copy, because they're actually out of print. Both of these are out of print, but 2426 has been out of print for quite a while, and to buy it secondhand is not cheap. I was lucky that somebody here on YouTube was selling it for a really reasonable price. I actually paid $10 for both of these, but yeah, this one is one of my favorite K independent releases ever. And one of the things I really like about Beenzino in his style is that where people like Jay Park and Dok2 are really trying to emulate American hip-hop and, you know, the whole money, cars, women's, fast life, you know, hustle type thing, Beenzino really talks about what he knows. He talks about his own personal relationships. He talks about hanging out with friends. He talks about, you know, trying to get new Nike shoes and using that as a pickup line with a girl. He talks about, you know, being stressed out and trying to relax. He talks about, you know, tripping out whenever, you know, he's kind of off, just lost in his thoughts. I mean, he has a different style and a different sound, and it's something that I really appreciate, because artists like Beenzino and what you're also hearing from, you know, K-pop groups like BTS and 17, they're starting to talk about things that are more specific to Korean culture. And when they do that, they expand the Korean hip-hop scene. It becomes not just an imitation of what people are doing in the States or what people are doing in Europe, but it becomes its own special entity. And that's what makes it so exciting to me. I love watching K-hip-hop grow. I love seeing how the artists in K-hip-hop have gone from being underground, not well known, a lot of their stuff out of print now, to them being the stars on the radio. And not just the people I'm showing you here that you may not have ever heard of, but people like Zion T, who started out in the hip hop scene, singing hooks and, you know, writing for people. Now he is a bona fide star, not just for Korea, but even like K-pop fans are paying attention to Zion T, and that says something about the growth of the medium. So I'm really excited about having these, and I can't wait to show you these because they're not at all like what we saw with Dok2 and J Park. These are very quirky releases, but I love them because they're so quirky. So let's start with this one first, which is my favorite, 2426 by Beenzino. Here is the back. My favorite songs on here are Nike Shoes, number 2, which is Slow Down with Occasion and Dok2, Boogie On, and Aquaman. Those are all fantastic songs. I definitely recommend looking them up if you've not ever had a chance to look up his music before. Here is the CD. There's nothing behind here. It's just plain white. That creepy ass camel, and then you've got your production notes here, which is a little bit hard to read because of the abstract painting in the back, but yeah, a lot of great production here. There's Aquaman, produced by Jinbo, who's one of my favorite producers of all time. I think I've said that several times before. A lot of stuff here produced by Dok2, a lot of stuff here produced by The Quiet. Then you've got this, which is a poster / lyric book. And because my tripod is kind of low, I'm not going to be able to show you the whole poster. But the top is like different planets and moons. And then the bottom is this camel dressed in a Carhartt blanket with a Jansport backpack and what I think might be a pair of Asics. I'm not sure. And then you've got lyrics on the back. Lots and lots of lyrics. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's a lot of English in Beenzino's rap, which is another reason why he's a good one to try to look up if you are just getting into the hip-hop scene and you want something a little bit different. He does a lot of English in his lyrics, which will probably make you feel a little bit more comfortable listening to him. And this is his follow-up release, Up All Night. This one is not as accessible as 2426. I think 2426 is way better for like the newbie hip-hop listener, but this is still a great release anyway. So this is the front. This is the back. Jackson Pollock, dude. Like I said, it's not very accessible, but I think some of you might enjoy it. And I think almost this entire record was produced by PJ, who is another up-and-comer in the scene. So this is the CD. It's got a cloud, and then the rest is just like regular CD material. And then when you open this side right here, you have the back, and then this is the front. It looks like a little leather journal right there. When you open it up, it's a picture of his passport along with a trophy and a Joe Malone cologne bottle. Some lyrics. And look at that. Look at all of that English. So much English. Seriously, so much English. Open it up again. Some more. Still a lot of English in there, guys. I mean, a lot of curse words, but still a lot of English. Some more production credits, and then you've got his Picasso piece and his Salvador Dali piece. And then, even though I just got through saying how he's very different than your standard American tropes of jewelry, fast cars, and the like, you've still got jewelry, fast cars, popping bottles, or at least having, you know, the little stoppers from a champagne bottle, and a piece of jewelry that could or could not be real. We don't know. But yeah, there you go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of K-hip-hop haul. I realize this is not everybody's cup of tea, but it's something that's definitely my cup of tea. And one of the things I really try to do with my channel is I try to expose you guys to some stuff that maybe you haven't heard before, or some stuff that I think you really ought to give a chance to. So again, it may not be your cup of tea, but try it out. Try each of these artists out. Go to their different YouTube channels and just listen to whatever the most popular song is that they have. Give it a whirl, and if you like it, continue to listen, and hopefully you'll find something you love. Alright guys, I will talk to you on the next video. Bye!